That's a scene from Oliver Stone's movie Any Given Sunday, and those crowd scenes sounded so real partly because of Toronto sound engineer Mike Godfrey. He has invented a special microphone that captures sound from all directions. It's called a holophone mic, and it's great for recording crowds and large environments. The NHL used it for the All-Star game, and it was on the 50-yard line during the Super Bowl.
And today Mike Godfrey and his holophone mic are here with us. Hi Mike, how are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you doing?
Fine. Now that is the holophone, that teardrop-shaped black thing next to you?
Yes, it is.
Show us how it works, if you could, briefly.
It's got several microphones placed around this structure here, which is made of fiberglass. They correlate to speakers in a surround sound environment, which you'd find in a theater or a home theater. A cinema, left, center, right, left surround, right surround. It has a top channel, and it has one inside it for sub-frequencies, for that deep bass that we all love so much.
But the idea is that this captures sound the same way that you would hear it if you were walking along a beach or walking through a crowd.
Yes, it works just like a human head, with a couple of changes. This is a binaural microphone, and it captures sound off the ears.
Right, a mic in each ear would seem to be the trick then.
It would, but the problem is with it, to get the depth and space, you need to wear headphones, and I decided to make this one something so that you didn't have to wear headphones. You could be unencumbered when you experience what it does.
So you have the actual oral experience of your own ears while you're carrying the mic around then?
Oh yes, you do.
How did you get the idea?
I was walking along a beach in Greece, and I was listening to Pink Floyd, The Final Cut. And,
which is 20 years old now, right?
Yeah, it is. And I heard someone walking up behind me, and I turned around, and there was no one there. So after a while, I went to recording school, and I realized that they had been using a binaural microphone to make that effect, and I got one as soon as I got out of recording school and started experimenting with it. And I thought it was so cool because you can hear sounds behind you and in front of you, and came up with this.
But the real advantage of this is that you do not have to do a complicated sound mix afterwards, right? So this is good at getting live sound.
It's excellent for live sound. It's excellent for any kind of recording you can think of, for crowd noises, for music, for sound effects, especially for broadcasting and live sporting events.
Tell us how you did the sound for Any Given Sunday.
I went to University of Michigan homecoming game and recorded that with 111,000 people, and they took the sound from that and put it into the final feature. How
many hours of crowd sound did you end up with at the end of the day?
I think I recorded about an hour, so it was during the half. We were experimenting then. It came out, it was quite an incredible experience.
Now, how well did you know every minute of that tape? I mean, by the time that you'd listened to that hour of sound a few times over and over again.
You get back to the game. You know it play by play almost. It's pretty cool.
So can this now, the one that you're holding there, that's obviously, that's the professional model that would be used by Oliver Stone or somebody else, or the All-Star game, for example.
Yes, it is.
So what would that retail for?
We're working at getting it around $10,000 US.
So it's not something that you can really attach to your video camera at home, to your Hi8?
No, but we're working on that. It's going to be about this size here, and it should be quite a bit less expensive.
But would it have a number of microphones in it, the way that the holophone does?
Yes, it would.
So how many microphones would you be talking about then?
Probably the same elements itself. They'd mix down to a certain amount and play on your, and record onto your tape, just like it works now. No modification.
You're a pretty young guy to be involved in such a complicated piece of equipment, Mike. Is the holophone going to be sort of part of what consumes you for the next couple of years, or are you moving on to the next thing now?
It has been consuming me for a long time as it is, so I'm pretty used to it. It's one of my kids, I guess you could put it that way. And I love doing it. That's why I'm still in it. And I'm a musician and, amongst other things, sound design, so I'll probably use it forever. That's what's taking up my time right now, and I love it. So, if
you're a musician, you know that when people are recording a band live, you know, if a live album is coming out, then a lot of careful miking and mixing is involved. Will the holophone change that for live performances of music?
We did a Bob Marley concert in Jamaica, the Bob Marley reunion, that One Love tribute concert, and it sounded phenomenal. I don't think it's going to change it completely, but it certainly adds another dimension that you cannot get without using this thing. It puts you in the space.
Well, it's a remarkable thing. Congratulations to you, Mike.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for showing it to us.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
The Bob Marley concert, that must have been something.
A lot of heavy end bass in that, I would think.
No kidding. Well, good for him. What a break on.